All right, state your name and where you're from.
My name is Langston Michael. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, I'm playing the alto sax. We got the Hollywood Wind alto sax, so that's the one I'm playing right now. I started playing 6th grade actually, but seriously in 9th grade I started really getting into it. So that's probably about 7 to 8 years now. My first gig actually was playing at the Atlanta Hawks halftime show, and that was 2 weeks after I got my horn, so it was really crazy. So that was my first gig there, and I wasn't good at all. A couple of my favorite performances, actually the most recent one was my favorite. I actually got to go to Prince's house in Minnesota. It's called Paisley Park. So I got to go up there with my band, Anonymous the Band. We got invited. It was like a big competition, 150 entries online, and they chose 9, and they said, hey, come to Minnesota, fly out, and let's perform, do a Battle of the Bands competition. So that was one of my most life-changing events that I've had. Anonymous the Band actually started as like a family unit. I had 2 cousins and my brother. We brought all the instruments down to the basement, started jamming, and that's how it started off. A couple of the guys had to go to college and move on, so we replaced those people, and now we're ended up with the bass player Xavier Jones, piano player Xavier Davis, Justice Michael on drums, and myself, Langston Michael on sax. I have a lot of mentors and influences. One of my main mentors is Ryan Kilgore. He's actually Stevie Wonder saxophone player. He's from Atlanta, so we linked up, and he helps me out a lot there. I got some other ones from Atlanta. His name is Darian Emery. He's helped me out a lot too. I listen to Alex Hine, David Sanborn, Maceo Parker, Eric Leeds. And a couple of the performers that I look up to too are Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, and Prince.
All right, so when you think of jazz, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Let's see, I would say creativity, improv, and finding your voice. So if I could tell myself anything, it would probably be, like in the beginning, get a teacher. I didn't have a teacher. I was just going off of my ear on everything. I didn't even know how to put the mouthpiece straight, anything. I was just trying to figure it out on my own. I'm into the sciences. I'm doing pre-med here at Wake, and so that's something that I've always been good at, science. So when I came into college, I was like, okay, let me do that. That would be a good profession, later on. And then the music still was in my life, So I try to balance it out. I try to do my classes, go to lab, whatever. But then after I get out of the lab, I'm going to a club to play.
What do you have to say about the depth of jazz in America?
So the depth of jazz. So that's a real hard question there. We still have the old school people playing, Herbie Hancock and Wayne Shorter and all of that. But the thing is, like, they are influenced by what's happening at the time right now. So their jazz is moving, and it's not just staying in the old school jazz, but it's moving too. So I feel like our time actually is people in our time like Chance and J. Cole and people like that, Kendrick, they're actually taking some of the influences of jazz and putting it into their rap music too. So I think that's one of the cool things, that jazz is changing with our time, and being put in with the rap and the popular culture now.
All right, I think we're done.
Thanks for having me. Let's go.